7 days ago, the Strait of Hormuz closed, and while the mainstream media was mesmerized by oil hitting its largest weekly gain in 43 years, a silent, much larger panic was unfolding behind closed doors. Trillions of dollars are fleeing the traditional banking system right now. As Operation Epic Fury enters its second week, and the Middle East braces for the extreme scenario that could bring down the economies of the world, the smart money is moving fast. Welcome back to Global Market Impact. In our last video, we showed you exactly why your fuel prices are skyrocketing and the 3 scenarios top analysts are modeling for a global oil shock. Today, we are looking at the wealth shift. We are going to reveal the extraordinary behavior of gold this week, the shocking truth about Bitcoin's true nature when missiles fly, and the impossible trap the Federal Reserve is stepping into, which will dictate your mortgage rate and your savings for the next decade. If you have a bank account, a 401k, or a crypto portfolio, you cannot afford to look away. Let's get into the numbers. Chapter 1. The Ultimate Insurance Policy. Let us start with gold. Veteran analysts are looking at the charts this week and using one word to describe the price action: extraordinary. Why? Because gold is doing exactly what it was designed to do 5,000 years ago. When the supreme leader of Iran was killed, and retaliatory strikes hit the UAE and Bahrain, institutional investors realized one terrifying fact. Scenario 3. The total blockade of the Strait of Hormuz was no longer just a theory. It was happening. When oil spikes to $100 a barrel, massive global inflation is mathematically guaranteed. Oil is in everything. It is in the plastic of your phone, the fertilizer for your food, and the fuel for every cargo ship on Earth. When inflation spikes during a war, governments panic. They freeze assets. They print money to subsidize energy costs for their citizens. And Wall Street knows that when governments panic, fiat currency bleeds. So they are buying gold, not by the ounce, by the ton. Central banks around the world, especially in the BRICS nations, are accelerating their hoarding. They are dumping U.S. treasuries and replacing them with physical, untouchable gold. Gold is currently pricing in the absolute worst-case scenario. It is not just an investment right now. It is a life raft. It is the only asset that carries zero counterparty risk. If the grid goes down or the banks freeze, gold still holds its value. But then there is Bitcoin. For a decade, the greatest debate in modern finance has been this: is Bitcoin digital gold, a safe haven asset, or is it just a high-risk tech stock on steroids? When the first bombs dropped in Operation Epic Fury, we finally got our answer, and it shocked everyone. In the first 48 hours of the conflict, while oil surged 35%, Bitcoin dumped hard. It crashed exactly like a high-risk tech stock. The mainstream media immediately published headlines claiming Bitcoin had failed the ultimate test. But the media doesn't understand market liquidity. Why did Bitcoin crash? Because in the initial shock of a war, massive hedge funds and institutional investors get margin called. They're losing billions on other trades, and they need cash immediately to cover their losing positions. And Bitcoin, trading 24/7 on global exchanges, is the easiest, most liquid asset in the world to sell. They didn't sell Bitcoin because they hated it. They sold it because it was the only thing they could sell on a Sunday night. But if you sold the bottom of that crash, you made a catastrophic mistake. Because what happened on day 4 of the war changed the financial world forever. Once the initial Wall Street liquidity shock was over, the narrative violently flipped. Citizens in the Middle East terrified that their local banks would freeze their accounts to prevent capital flight, began buying Bitcoin at massive premiums. They realized you cannot carry $100,000 of physical gold through a border checkpoint, but you can carry $1 billion of Bitcoin in your head by memorizing 12 words. Bitcoin stopped trading like a tech stock and started trading like a borderless, seizure-proof digital vault. The truth is, Bitcoin is both. It is a risk-on asset in the first hour of a crisis and the ultimate safe haven in the second act.
Chapter 3: The Federal Reserve's Nightmare. Now, let me bring this directly to your wallet, because whether you own gold, Bitcoin, or just cash in a bank, you are trapped in the middle of this. Capital Economics estimates that if Brent crude oil holds at $100, global inflation will surge by 0.7% almost immediately. That puts the Federal Reserve in an impossible, unwinnable trap, a scenario economists call stagflation. The Fed has two choices, and both of them end in disaster. Option A: they cut interest rates to save the economy from a wartime recession. If they do that, inflation explodes, the US dollar collapses in purchasing power, and gold and Bitcoin go to the moon. Option B: they keep interest rates high to fight the oil-driven inflation. If they do that, they crush the housing market, bankrupt small businesses, and trigger a massive, painful recession. Your mortgage rate, your credit card interest, your grocery bill, they are not decided by your local bank manager. They are decided by the anchored ships in the Strait of Hormuz and the panicked men sitting in the Federal Reserve. This uncertainty, this complete lack of a safe path forward, is the exact reason the smart money is fleeing the dollar. In a market moving this fast, a 24-hour delay in information will cost you real money. Most people watching the evening news have no idea how a drone strike in the Gulf connects to their mortgage rate, but you do now. But oil, gold, and crypto are just the first dominoes. If the Strait of Hormuz remains closed, the liquefied natural gas ships cannot get out either. Qatar is one of the largest exporters of natural gas on Earth. And what happens when Europe and Asia's natural gas gets cut off in the dead of winter? What happens when the global electricity grid begins to fail? That is our next video, the global grid crisis. If you want to protect your family and your portfolio before the mainstream media catches on, hit the subscribe button right now. Turn on the notification bell. Share this video with someone who needs to wake up. I am Global Market Impact. Stay informed, stay ahead. See you in the next one.